Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope this will be a fairly quick video. I'm doing an Etsy restock this afternoon, February 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time in the US, and I wanted to show you really quickly all of the journals that I will be putting in my Etsy. There will be timestamps down below in case you've come from my Etsy shop to see the video and you're looking for a particular journal. And I have a lot, so I'm going to try and make this fairly quick and just give you a quick preview of what to expect. This is a little soft cover with a doily wrap, vintage buttons. There's a little rusty safety pin, and the wrap opens like that. This I had this cover for a while. This was inspired by Susie at Shabby Soul with the sewing pattern paper. Here's a little tag, buttons, and there is nothing in this pocket, but I will make something to put in there. And so this is 32-pound tea-dyed copy paper, so it's a little bit heavier than the typical copy paper, and some lined papers, and then just some little bits of lace sewn on. So it is unembellished. There's a ruffle, Sari silk ruffle. Cute little journal with some textiles. And the number of pages and measurements will be in the Etsy listings as well. This one I love. So here's some vintage upholstery fabric, and there's some doily bits. I'll get all the threads off of it. Here, there's the spine, Sari silk closure, and this one is, I've started experimenting a little with adding watercolor paper. This is a vegan leather lining the inside, and in this pocket, just a couple little mini scrap junk journals to play with. Some handmade paper. This is a nice like a rag paper. This is the watercolor paper. It's 140-pound, textured one side, smooth on the other. Again, the 32-pound copy paper. Everything's been tea dyed other than the watercolor paper. This is a lighter weight sketch paper. And so, there's some ledger, 3 signatures. Again, the ruffles. Handmade papers. Love that. These are all Sari silk pieces. And so all the 3 signatures are the same types of papers. And then there was just leftover pieces of Sari silk, so I made some ruffles and just little embellishments that you can use on your pages or in other journal projects. So we've got that one. Then these 3, another upholstery fabric. These are refillable. All of them have eyelets and a Sari silk. You could change that out to a traveler's notebook elastic if you wanted. Grungy dyed seam binding closures. Sari silk on the spines, and again ruffles. And then these, so we've got ruffles on both inside covers. They're lined with a canvas, and then there's a belly band. There's some of the handmade paper. Here's a couple of just, in this one, little inserts. Both in the front and the back. More handmade paper. And then this is there's a lot of pages in this. I forget how many, but this is a thick little insert. But this you could untie this, take it right out. And this is, again, the 32-pound copy paper, tea dyed. Let's get that one. This one is similar. It's a little bit wider than this first one. Again, refillable. Inside here we've got a ruffle there, the belly bands, and then ruffle here. And I've done 2 inserts with tea dyed typical junk journal pages, book pages, dictionary, tracing paper, music paper in both of those, and then a big insert in the middle with plain tea-dyed paper. some covers got a little pocket, so that could come out as well. And then last but not least in this style, oops, love that Sari silk and the ruffles. And a couple more inserts, junk journal style tea dyed. Here's the center one, again with the tea dye paper, a pocket, and another insert here on the back, and ruffles. So I've got those. Move those out of the way. Then I've got sets of, I'll just show you one. I think I have 4 available, and these are little field notes size or around that. I have a field notes cover, traveler's notebook, but it's the wide cover. So, for instance, if you wanted to, they all come with a little seam binding closure. I love these. This is sort of dark academia, dark Victorian, and you'll receive 4 different fabrics with a coordinating little sewn-on patch. They've got the label holders. Again, this is some vegan leather, and so you could slip that into your field notes cover. A couple of tabs of the same coordinating fabrics inside each one, and these are just the plain thicker 32-pound copy paper in each. So there'll be 4 sets, 4 different covers available on those. And then I did 2, I love these covers, vintage book covers. That's the closure. Look at this red Sari silk. And this one I've added little metal book covers. And these are ring bound. This has sort of like a metal paint patina that I did on the rings in green to go with it. And this one with some laces and ribbon. And so these are artist journals. They are watercolor paper. This is a lighter weight 90-pound watercolor, I believe. A little envelope here with a couple of Tim Holtz black and white images. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but art related. And so it's all watercolor papers. Here is a collage page I did with ruffle. I like ring bound because you can add, take out. If you wanted to paint on these or sketch, you could take a page out and then put it back in. Here's a big envelope in the center here with a little tuck to add stuff. I don't know if you hear my cat. And so that's that one. And then this little guy, same thing. There's a little glassine envelope, some ribbon there with a couple of little images. And then I think there's 2. Yes, there's 2 collage pages, patchwork pages I call them. And again, the 90-pound watercolor paper, a little bit of Sari trim there, embroidered. And that's that little guy. And then this, I didn't want to do anything to this cover. I have saved this cover for years. I love this book cover. So, little pops of color there. And this is another artist type journal. The handmade papers, some music, scrapbook paper. And I wanted to leave this because look at that writing. And then here's the back. The handmade paper, 2 signatures, and this has the 140-pound watercolor ledger. I've seen it's Lulu La Berlou on Instagram, paints on ledger, does her gouache paintings on ledger, and it looks just beautiful. So I put those in. It's nice thick paper. It's from the 1950s. Some more of the handmade paper. So that's what you've got in here. Watercolor paper and ledger. So I love that one. And I'm running out of room to put things. These 3 are little Reader's Digest books, and these are inspired by Anna from Lex and Bew Journals with her pack rat journals, and these are just your typical junk journal pages inside. I'll show you real quick. Each one has a little class. It has a lobster clasp charms on the spines that coordinate. This one. And I did metal corners on this. Labels on the front. And so I'll just show you one because they're exactly the same inside, other than the pages from each book would be different, but it's the same books and music and pockets on the inside covers of all of them and coordinating end papers. And then we've got a nice cotton lace, Shakespeare, lined, everything's tea-dyed, dictionary, ledger, the 32-pound copy paper. This is from an 1800s children's game book. More lined paper, French book. So they all have these same kinds of pages. And the ruffles and the trims. Piano paper. This is from a Mother Goose book. Music, there's more French. And then this trim. So all the trims on the edges of the pages are the same. And so 3 signatures. I don't know if you'll be able to see this embossed Pegasus on these two. I love this faux leather on that one. So that's those 3 with a little, again, the dyed grungy seam binding closure. And then I've done little bits of lace on each spine. And then last but not least are these little beauties. Oh, I love these so much. These are all with Sari trims and laces. Most of these Sari trims are from Boho Tree on Etsy. And these are about field note size with a 1-inch spine. They've each got 3 signatures. Lots of textiles peeking out. Here's the first cover. Handmade paper on the insides, and then the pages. Some of the page edges are decorated with textiles. And again, this is the heavyweight copy paper inside these. And so we've got that one. Here's the pink. Oh, look at this paper inside. And then the ruffles. The paper peeking through between. Got that one, and then we've got, the blue. And the inside of that. And there's tabs and ruffles. And that one. Love it. There's the inside covers and a couple of ruffles. Okay, so that is it. I forgot to mention the Reader's Digest, and I will put that in the Etsy listing. The Reader's Digest are going to come with just a little packet of extra tea-dyed ephemera pieces, tags, and index cards and envelopes and things like that. So I think that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody's doing well. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye.